Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, Custom Carving and Epoxy UK, and this is another impromptu live. And the reason I'm doing it is I need to do it anyway. So I need to get rid of, well, unpackage all of these items. So I thought, do you know what? I'll do it on a live. If anyone's around, we can have a drink and I can unbag all of these items from TEMU. And you'll have to let me know if you're in chat. And as soon as we've got somebody in, I'm going to start basically having a look at what I ordered. Now, this is a huge order. And when I say huge, you'll see what I mean. This is my workstation. This is the order. Now, that's pretty big. And these are huge packages. I don't know what I've ordered, but let's share this out there. Let's get a few more in, and then we're going to start unbagging these. And as I say, it's my biggest order. I think I spent about £200 on TEMU, so pretty much bought the shop. And they've all come now. And the reason I did it is they did one of these promotions where, I think it was the golden egg one, where they automatically give you 180 points. If you get to 200 points, you get £150 cash back. So I thought to myself, logically, it will probably cost me £200 to get those extra 20 points. Okay? Now hear me out. £200 to get those 20 points. It's a lot of money. But if you get £150 cash back, it means you get £200 worth of stuff for £50. So, hi Susie, glad that you're here. You know, so basically, with that promotion, I don't know how they can make any money. I really don't, because I've got £200 worth of stuff here. I don't even know what I've ordered. Hi, Steph. And it's only cost me £50 because of that promotion. Then they have to post it here. I genuinely don't know how TEMU make any money. So, first things first. As you can see, these are huge bags. Look at the size of them. And just to put things in perspective, that's an IKEA bag, so they're all pretty big parcels. And as I say, I genuinely don't remember what I've ordered. So whenever I do this, I like to have a black bag ready for all of the packaging that's going to happen. And another bag where I'm going to put everything in. You're not late, Steph, it's just started. And we got 23 in, so shout out to you guys. Shout out to the community, because I know some of you have probably watched out today with the summer collaborations. I know I've watched as many as I can. I still need a couple to catch up on, but I thought I'd do this because I'm going to do it anyway, and it's a bit of fun. So, blue bag is where I'm going to put the stuff in that I bought. Black bag for the packaging. So, and yes, I've got a beer, but it's alcohol free, so it's sin free technically. So, if you've got any comments, put them up. I'll try and read them as we go, if I can. Now, I'm only going to be looking on my screen, so we'll see. Right, here we go. Oh, I'm excited. Am I excited, though? I've got so much stuff here. This should last me the year, I'm hoping. And if I've managed to get £200 worth of stuff for £50 from TEMU, I'm excited, you know? And if I get enough moulds to last me 3, 4, 5 months for 50 quid, I'll be very happy. I've only got to get the resin next to fill them with, which is the more expensive part sometimes. So here we go. We're going to go with the two smaller packages first. Hi, Angelina. Nice to see you. And we're going to see what we've got. I genuinely can't remember, but it's a lot of stuff to be able to actually spend. Steph's got juice, okay. Well, I've got alcohol-free beer, so I'm okay with that. So, oh, more measuring cups. Okay, so that's item number 1. Not the most exciting, but they are essential. So they can get stacked onto the rest of them on my workstation. And I'm trying to stay tidy at the minute, guys, but it's very difficult. Oh, Susie's got the hot chocolate. Is it with whipped cream and marshmallows? That's what the audience want to know. Is it with whipped cream and marshmallows, Susie? So that was the first item. Not the most exciting, but I think you'll all agree we have to use them regularly, so they're worth having. So that's those. Angelina's got Coca-Cola. Is it Coca-Cola or is it Pepsi? That's the question. So here we go, first mould. Oh, I remember this. Now this is a skeleton mould. I don't know if you can see. I'm going to take it out of the packaging so you can. So I saw this, I think it's meant to be an ashtray or a cigar ashtray. But I just loved all of the little skeletons in there. And I think that is going to be amazing. You can just see the skulls in it. And you can see all of these little skeletons going round. I just wanted to see what I could do with that, because I think I could do something special with it, hopefully. So, there we go. Skeleton. I don't know if it's an ashtray or if it's just meant to be a trinket tray. I don't know what it is until I pour it, but quite a big hefty one. So there's that one. Steph's seen that one. Amy is on the coffee, okay. I can't fault that, I'm a coffee-holic. Literally, I've had to literally cut down my coffees from 10 to 15 a day to about 6 or 7. Cadbury's hot chocolate. 4 huge tubs of it online, okay. We're all going around Steph's for a hot chocolate. So, next one. Again, I don't know what it is, but we're going to find out. So it's definitely another mould, I can say that much. And I'm still none the wiser. Oh, yes, I am. It's an elephant succulent pot or candle pot. So you can just see the elephants on the mould. And I love elephants anyway. You've probably seen the wood carved one I've done. But I absolutely love elephants. So I'm intrigued as to how that's going to turn out. I'm thinking of using EcoPore for that one. So it's a little elephant with a baby elephant in there. So there's that one. Keep supporting China, China, China. So sad. Well, do you know what? Why not? If I can get £200 worth of stuff for £50 with their promotions, I'm going to do it, you know? Certain things I don't buy from Temu, but if I can save money and that allows me to do more resin projects, disheart, then I will, you know? I'm global, you know? I don't have anything against any country, and if a country wants to find a way to send me products cheap that work, I'm happy with that, you know? And I do also buy quality moulds. I do also buy different sort of things from other large suppliers. So I think it's good to have a mix, you know? And I've always said with Temu, tends to be 50-50. 50% of the stuff's great, other 50% not so great. Now, what's this one? I think this is oh, it was a different lizard mould. So I've got a gecko mould, and I keep getting told off for calling the gecko mould a lizard. So I've actually gone and got a lizard mould, and I thought that might solve that problem. And it's definitely got a thinner tail like a lizard. And again, I don't think it will take up a lot of resin. I can't wait to try that one. Actually, I'm really excited by that. And more packaging. Do you see what I mean? That this could turn into a long live. Hubby got a 50 quid pair of sandals from Temu, 15 quid. Yeah, why not? Now, we all know what these are. I don't need to take them out. The standard 4-ounce frog moulds. I just like to have these in stock because sometimes I just like to go a little bit crazy and do as many frogs as possible. And sometimes if you overuse these with UV, you ruin the mould. So it's always good to have a few of those. So we got some more frog moulds. We're ready for more Froggy Fridays. And again, if anybody's watching this live back that hasn't watched the summer collaboration from Claire's Crafty Corner, go to her channel, look for the playlist and watch it. I've seen some amazing makes today. Oh, another sort of skull and bat wings, I would say, fondant mould. Now, the reason I got this wasn't even for the skulls. It was for these wings. Now, some of you may know Lula from Nerd Goblin Art, who's an amazing artist, you know. And I saw these wings, and I thought they're going to be perfect on a frog, on an axolotl, or something like that where we want to add wings. And they're not going to take up a lot of resin either, so that's why I got this one. And the skulls are pretty cool as well. You've got those raven skulls in there as well, and some bones. So, again, I thought that was cool. Yeah, I know what you mean, Susie. It's normally Every, I think, that they use. Now, I quite like my Every driver because even when I'm not in, he's great, and we've got an agreed spot where he leaves stuff. Andy, do I need to take your temperature? You've gone dark with the mold. Yeah, there's some dark molds in here as well, Steph. You know, I like to test everything, you know. Here we go. What's this one? It's another biggish one. Sorry for the rustling. And this, it is a turtle or a tortoise plant pot, which again, I think will be really cool. Maybe with some EcoPore. And then just put a little succulent in it, you know. And with the EcoPore, I might try and get some of that outdoor resin that you can get and cover it, you know. Yeah, sorry about that. Unfortunately, Susie, you either get a good one or a bad one, I think, sometimes with Every. I'm quite fortunate with mine. He's great, my delivery driver, so that's that. Some more frog eyes, but I think these are smaller, actually. These look a little bit smaller than the standard ones, so maybe they're 6mm frog eyes. I don't know. So we got some frog eyes in there as well. And guess what tomorrow's job is? Finding space for all of this. Now this is a mold that I had to get, and the reason why is I know there was I think it was a Star Wars collaboration that I think I missed out on, but I'm still going to make a video on it because I know when Kirk and Nikki were on the live from Koenig's Creations, they were giving me a lot of stick for not being a Star Wars fan. So I believe this is a Millennium Falcon mold, which what I'm thinking with that is I'm planning to make a wood cabbage, a wooden sort of chopping board, shall we say, charcuterie board. That's the word I'm looking for, with almost a river effect in it, and then have the Millennium Falcon in a galaxy going through it. Is the idea for that simple mold. So there we go. It is the Millennium Falcon. Thank you. Nikki won't shout at me if she watches this back. So that, oh no, there's still something else in this one. Yeah, they're the standard size eyes. So there's the 8mm. So I've now got 8mm and I've got 6mm. And the reason I've done that is because some of the smaller character molds, I think you can fit the 6mm eyes in, but not the 8mm. So I thought it was important for me to have both. And I am going to actually end up making a mold of those so that I can just make my own. So that's going to be fun. Thanks, Susie. And then guess what? More of the 8mm ones. You can see a theme here because I'm going to get very froggy soon. And there's probably going to be some more frog molds in here because I want to start doing 6 to 8 frogs at a time because I'm going to start to use them in a business idea I've had, which will either work or it won't. So that is the first one. We've got another one the same size, and then we've got the big one coming after. So there's lots of projects here. That's probably 2 months worth of projects already, you know, and we're not even halfway through. So I'm very excited at the minute. My creativity mode is on 500% at the minute. So I'm looking forward to actually not getting any sleep over the next few weeks and seeing what I can do with them, you know. That's all part of the fun. Sounds epic. Okay, well, hopefully it will be. I told you, Steph, I spent £200, but I've already had the £150 cash back because of that promotion. So really, I spent £50. And it's that golden egg one promotion where they give you 180 points, then you've got to get another 20 points. What they don't tell you is that you need to spend £200 to get the extra 20 points, which is where most people would give up. Not me. I carried on because I didn't believe they'd give me £150 cash back. And they did. So I got £200 worth of stuff for £50. It's crazy. So I couldn't not, you know. It was something that with those crazy games, I don't know how they do it. As I say, I can't see them making any money whatsoever in doing that because I've basically got £200 worth of stuff for £50. A little baby turtle mold there. And I thought that would be cool to maybe put them inside a bigger one. But it always depends what promotion you get when you log in. I don't know how they decide, but... Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Susie. I'm sure there's some things that you can do. And I think with resin, you know, don't be afraid to ask for help, you know. Get a friend round to help, you know, and get them to mix and things like that and see what you can do. You know, it can be a team game. It can be something that you do together, you know, and I'm sure there'd be a way that you could get some help if ever you wanted to get into resin, you know. And again, there's tools nowadays with mixers and things like that that make it a lot easier. So, I don't know, don't give up on it, Suze, is what I'd say. If it's something you've always wanted to do, there'll be a way, okay? Right, here we go. Oh, the big one. I've been waiting for this. Now, those of you that follow the channel probably remember recently, only last week I think, my favourite piece. This beautiful lion that I did. And I did this with the crushed coral and those beautiful pigments that coloured the coral. I UV'd the eyes in, so it gave me that really realistic eye effect. And it's still my favourite piece at the minute. It is something that I fell in love with. So, I thought, you know what? That mould was great. And there was another mould that I didn't buy at the same time. And Steph, yes, you've guessed it. It is the wolf mould. So, yes, it is another meth bear mould. Again, just if you want to see meth bear again, this is how bad they can go as well. Roadkill from meth bear. But, as I say, the lion gave me hope when that worked. So I've now got the wolf, and I'm going to play with that, and I'm going to see if I can create that wolf. Great idea, Susie. So yeah, you've got the stirrer. That's most of the hard handwork done, the mixing. Once you've done the mixing, it's just pouring 9 times out of 10. So have we got anything else that's loose in here? Ah, okay. Now these were called blooming gels. Now they're a type of nail varnish, but the effect on them on the pictures looked amazing. Art Glow Blooming Gels is what they're called. And they just came out really colourful. So again, I thought I'd try them. I don't think they cost a lot of money, but I needed to fill my basket. Lou will always have, yeah, Lou's colours are amazing for a grey wolf, yeah. I've got some of Lou's actually. So again, I'm thinking about having a play with those. I think I've got Slate, which is a dark one. I've got a slightly lighter one as well. So again, I'm going to be mixing those. Not a clue what's in this bag. Let's have a look. Okay, this was just some standard hard type UV resin, and I think it's just because I had to top up my basket, and I thought, you know what, I'll try one of these. Now, I'm not excited by that because some of the UVs I've had from TEMU haven't been great, if I'm being honest, so we'll see. A 6-in-1 strong magnet pentagram. Okay. Ah, this is the... I've got some cat's eye powders, which I haven't really played with yet. And the reason why is to get different effects in your cat's eye powders, you need different shapes of magnet. Now, I don't want to hold this too close to the phone in case it affects it. But this has got all of those different magnets on the end. So again, that's something I'm going to have a play with the smaller jewellery pieces and potentially these magnets to see what I can do with those cat's eye powders, because I haven't really done much with them and I got them from Into Resin, so I know they're going to be good. Anything I've ever bought from Into Resin is amazing. And that's where, for that person who was in earlier, I don't know if you're still here, it should show you that I still shop from quality brands as well as TEMU. But it's great to do a mix of the two. Oh, Steph's liking those. Please give us a link for the wolf mould. I mean, if it's still available. Seems like everything is no longer available. I'll have a look. I'll have a look for you, Amy, and I'll put it in the comments afterwards. What did I get here? Oh. Ah, this was a, I can't remember what you call it now. It's a type of rock. And I've seen, I can't remember what you call it. If anybody knows, put it in the chat. It is a type of rock, and it was just beautiful. And I've seen Daniel Cooper try and recreate this effect. And I wanted to get the real rock so that I can have a look at it. And it wasn't expensive. Oh, what do you call it? I think it begins with an L. Because this effect in it is something that Daniel Cooper recreated in resin. But I wanted to see it. It's not onyx. It's not onyx. Pretty confident begins with an L. But I know Daniel did it. And I wanted to, if you look at that, the striations in it. Look. And what he did is he used some metallic powders and scratched it in almost. No problem, Amy. I'll do it straight after this live for you. And I can't remember what it's called now. It's not a lava stone, no. What's it called? Where's Daniel Cooper when you need him? That's it. Labradite. That's the one. Thanks for that. But yeah, it's a labradite and it's a real one. And it's a beautiful rock in different lights. And I just wanted to see the real thing so that I can try and recreate it in resin like Daniel did. But without, I'm one of those people that I love to see the real thing. And then we can do a comparison. So again, one to add to my rock collection. And I did an amethyst mold not long ago, which I'm in the process of editing. So we're nearly at the bottom of the second, and then we've got the big boy to go, which is twice the size of the rest of these parcels. So if you're still here, appreciate you. I know we've got 12 in at the minute. This was some cheap silicone. Now, I've done okay with this in the past, this liquid silicone. Not as good as Let's Resin, if I'm being honest, but it still made a mold. So I thought I would try this. Oh, we got 13 then. Everyone's probably in bed. They've been watching that many videos. But I thought I would try this and have a go at another coaster, because the first coaster mold I did turned out really well once I'd done that blank, but I've got another idea for a coaster. So I needed to get myself some liquid silicone. And it wasn't the liquid silicone I had problems with from TEMU, it was the putty. So, are we ready for the big one? Now, when I say big, it's 4 times the size of the others. Oh, and it weighs a ton. Hi Jules, nice to see you. I thought it was you, Jules, but I wasn't sure. I didn't know if it was Steve or not, so I just didn't want to say. So there we go. Hi Miz. You said 5 minutes ago, no more YouTube. Oh dear. Well, it's going to be at least another 5 minutes, I think, demold, well, unbagging this. Why do I always say demold, you know? Right, I've got some more big mixing cups. Again, they're useful when you're doing larger pours. I'm not going to, well, in fact, they're medium. Oh, I didn't realise I've got medium. So now I've got small, medium, and large. Hi, Petra, nice to see you as well. Can't wait. Hi, Amanda. I can't wait to get Petra on the live. If you didn't know, 2 weeks on Tuesday, or the 1st of July, we've got Petra J and Petra G on a double Petra live on the channel. So really looking forward to that. I think it's going to be a right laugh. So these are medium-sized cups, I would say, which I got, which are always useful for medium-sized pours. And these will still fit in my bubble removal machine. But I can probably put in 350 ml before it'll bubble over, if that makes sense. So really useful. So I wanted to get some of those. So I've now got small, medium, and large cups. I just need to find space for them all on my workstation. Right, let's go with the next one. What is black nitrile gloves? Nothing exciting. More black nitrile gloves. Nothing exciting. But I probably get through 2 or 3 pairs of those a day when I'm doing different projects. Here we go. I'm compiling a list of things to order from Temu at the end of the month. Make sure you log in and wait until they give you a good promotion is my top tip. Because as I say, that golden egg one, that's why I've got so much stuff from them. Because literally, it cost me £200, but I got £150 cash back. It's crazy. I don't know how they do it. I really don't. Right, so we've got another mould. Never know without opening these moulds what they actually are. And even then, sometimes you don't know. Here we go, here we go. Sorry for the rustling again. And this one, I'm trying to look... Oh, this is a solid dragon mould. So you can see that dragon on the side, but it's solid. And I think what you're supposed to do is fill it with wax and have a candle. Now, obviously, I'm not a candle maker, so I'm not going to be doing that, but I am going to be playing around with resin or eco-pour in it. And it was just a great design. You've got mountains and you've got a huge dragon. So I'm thinking of playing with that one, so I hope you like that one. And what I'm thinking with that is tiny turners all the way. And then resin, and then maybe topping it up with some eco-pour. Maybe put a silicone plug in there, and then you could still use it as a tea light holder, providing it's a battery powered one or something like that, I think. But yeah, I'm loving that. Beautiful dragon. Hopefully it'll have some good detail. And we've got 16 in now, so hello everybody. On a Saturday night, eh? Who would have thought it? So, and this is another biggish mould. And again, a lot of these are candle molds, guys, but you can use them with resin. You can use them with eco-pour. And this was a conch mold. And you can't really see the detail on it, but it's a really cool mold in the picture anyway. And it's like a conch. You've got some rocks, a couple of shells. And I thought, you know what? That would make a great succulent holder. And for those of you that don't know, I am a massive fan of succulents. And the reason why is you just pluck a leaf out, put it in some soil, and another one grows. These things will be ideal to just have a load in a row. They'd look pretty, and you can put one leaf in and watch it grow. They won't last that long before they need potting on, but I think they'll be just great for little cuttings. And that is that conch one. Are you still with me, or have you fallen asleep? Oh, you're still with me. Okay, Miz is still with me. What I've found is all of the games on Temu, they work. So there's another game on there, Miz, where you can claim free gifts. But with that one, you need to log in every day to claim the free gifts. Nice to have that you're still with us, Amy, as well. So there's always a catch. So it's like this one. Most people get put off by this promotion because you get 180 points, I think it is normally, and you need to get another 20 points. Which means you need to spend £200, which is a lot of money. But if you do it, within a week, you get £150 cash back. So it's well worth doing. But I think a lot of people don't take advantage of it because it's a lot of money to spend and they don't realise that. They think they just need 20 points. Then they put in a £20 order, realise that's only 2 more points, and they need to spend another £180. But I thought, do you know what? I'm going to play the game and I'm going to play it to win. Which I think you'll agree I have. So, busy writing down all the moulds. Here we go. So this was another plant pot style one, and I'm just trying to look in a different light. And I think this one could have been dolphins. Yeah, dolphins. But that's slightly bigger. So again, you could quite easily fit, I don't know, something like an aloe vera or something like that in there, and it could grow out, you know. But I think I can have some beautiful effects with that. Just dolphins swimming all the way around. And also, it was one of my sister's favourite animals, you know. And I lost her a few years back. So again, that can be a bit of a memento piece as well, I'm thinking. I like that one. Would make a great candle. Yeah, there's a load of these that will make great candle. Most of them are candle molds, Jules. But I like to play with different molds in resin. It's like this tiki mold I've got here, which is quite a big one. I don't think that's meant for candles, but it's also a very matte mold. So here's one that I used as a sort of a drip project. But you can see, look, that's that candy apple red. And that's what the candy apple red should come up like. So I'm probably going to do a video on this just on how to shine up your matte molds to still get that same glossy effect when I get round to it. Get rid of the packaging. I've got a black bag full of packaging if anybody wants it. Ms. I think the only two orders this far are around £100 together. That's 2 more frog molds. So I'm not going to take those out. Again, I told you I was going to get a few of those, so that's an extra 4 of those frog molds I've got now. What's around here? Okay, this isn't a frog. I don't know where I'm going to fit all this. I really don't. I have got so little space. Oh, we got 19 in now. Thank you. Hopefully you're liking it. And if you do and you're not a subscriber, do me a favour and subscribe. Now this one, I really can't tell what it is. It's a plant pot of some kind. And I've just done it inside out, which usually helps, but I still can't tell. I think this is going to be one that I'm going to have to pour to find out. I think it's just a nice scene in a plant pot. It could be flowers, actually. Could be like a cottage garden-y one, which again I thought would look cool with some flowers in the top. Hi, Kerry. Nice to see you. I'm glad you liked the teddy bear piece. My daughter did as well, thank God. So that's now in her room. But yeah, it was a great make, that was, and I wasn't sure it was going to work, so I appreciate you coming in and saying that. I'm not going to pour it right now. I need to plan my projects ahead of time as to what I'm going to do. And again, oh, this was a beautiful angel mold or cherub mold that I saw. And the detail, you can't really see it here, but in that face, the face looked so real. The wings looked amazing. I think these are sort of flowers, and it just looked beautiful. So I couldn't say no to that. It's just a beautiful sort of stand-up cherub. Again, you could do it as a memento piece if you wanted, but I just thought it was a beautiful mold, and that's why I got that one. So there's that one. And just think, you're seeing all these molds, you're going to see all of these pieces are going to be made at some point on my channel. And hopefully I'm not going to have to buy any more molds for a while. Although I probably will. Okay, this next one. Again, I can tell by the feel. When you get a candle type mold, you've got to be careful, first of all, that it doesn't stick to your silicone mat. But it's almost a more flexible mold than what you typically get with resin. And this, I don't know what it is. It looks textured on the inside. And that almost looks like a frog there. I think it is. I think it's a frog of some kind. Don't know at this point, but I think it was some kind of frog mold. So I'm going to have to pour that one. Hi, Kerry. It was all from TEMU. And the reason why is they'd sent me one of those promotions where it was literally crack an egg, and then they offer you £150 cash back if you basically spend enough for another 20 points, which is £200 more. I did the math and I thought, you know what, if I can get £200 worth of moulds for £50, it's worth doing. So that's where it was all from. Here we go. You need to get shifty on it. And now this is just a standard heart mould, what you can hang a picture in that centre bit. And I thought that was something different. Quite liked it. Comes with a stand, so you'd do the stand separate to the heart, put the two together, and then you'd hang the heart in the centre. So a picture of somebody that you love or something like that. I just thought it was a nice mould. And obviously Valentine's Day is in February, so why not get it now? Oh dear. Yeah. Let's have a look at this one. It's another candle mould, and I don't know what this is. It kind of looks like a... Ah, yes, I do. I think it's a snake. No, it's an octopus tentacle. That's what it is. I remember this one. So this is just a large octopus tentacle. And I was thinking with this one, it might be cool to combine this with wood. Now, it actually separates a bit, so I don't know how I'm going to hold that together. I think you hold them together with bulldog clips. But I love the detail on the tentacles. Look at that. And if you've got, I think it's triachyphobia or something, don't watch this bit. But look at those holes. I loved that. So I think you hold it together with bulldog clips if you're doing a candle. And I'm hoping it would do the same with resin. I don't know. But I'm thinking, imagine a few of these tentacles in resin coming out of a wood carved octopus head, you know? That's what I'm thinking with that. Yeah. And it does still stick together, so hopefully that'll work. But I just love the detail on it. So yeah, that'll be a big project though. So that'll take quite a while to do. But I've got some wood. It's drying out at the minute, so why not? What is this mold? Oh dear. I went a little bit too creative. Wait till you see the end mold. And I need to get a move on because my battery's running out. So, got some paintbrushes. Again, Lula's inspiring me to start painting again. So I needed some more brushes. 2 more frogs. You can never have too many frog molds. Never. Oh, now this one I'm very excited by. So, I want to make sure we get this on the live. I've only got 10% battery left, so hopefully we're going to get to the end. It's going to be a race to the end. All the battery's going to die. One of those things will happen in this live, so if you're enjoying it, make sure you like it, thumbs it up, share it, put something in comments, you know? Now this, you remember how I did a galaxy bowl not so long ago? How about if I do a galaxy with the 9 rock planets in it? So these are all little gems that have been polished up to look like the different planets. So you got Pluto, although technically that's a moon before anyone shouts at me. Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, Jupiter. We've got Mars, we've got Earth, which is a bluer colour. We've got Venus, and we've got Mercury. So I'm thinking, what about doing some wall art with all of these going around a galaxy solar system with the sun? That's the plan. Huh? And I thought that way I can encase these in the resin piece, have those 9 planets, the sun in the centre. I think it will look absolutely stunning. So that's that plan. I can't plug it in the charger because the microphone's plugged in, Susie. So that was just an idea I had with those when I saw them. I've also got a ball mould, but I don't think I'm going to with those. I think I'm just going to encase them a bit like I did with the teddy bears earlier on, Kerry, but I'm going to have them come out of the resin a little bit because I actually think that'll add to the 3D-ness. But I'm hoping that'll be a pretty big project as well because they weren't cheap. They were about, I think it was about 12 quid. But I just think, do you know what, on an art piece for my wall, they're going to look fantastic. So, here we go. We've got 17 with us, so we've got a few staying in. This is just another tortoise mould. But I loved it. It's like flowers in the shell. It's a tortoise, sorry, it's not a turtle. And it's got like flowers in the top. And I just thought the detail in it looked really cool with those flowers, and I wanted to pour it. So that's one of those. So I think that's going to be a cool one as well. That's at least 30 projects worth I've got here now. At least. So I don't think I need to do any more TEMU orders for a while. More 6mm eyes, again, for some of those smaller projects, rather than the big 8mm ones. These were liner brushes. Are these makeup brushes? I must have bought them for some reason. I don't even know what these are. Liner brushes. Wow. Now that is what you call a micro thin brush. Look at that. And I'm thinking of using this to either paint in micas or actually start painting some of my resin as well and create, I suppose, different effects. But that is what you call a micro brush. Look at that. I can't even fathom the amount of detail I'm going to be able to get in with those. And I can't wait, to be honest. So that's going to be interesting. Again, I've got to remember we're on a bit of a time limit. Can you believe we've been unbagging for 40 minutes already, guys? Yes, for either painting my Make Susie, or maybe I'm also going to start testing actual painting. Now, I've never done proper painting before, but Lula's inspiring me at the minute to try it. So I'm going to try it and incorporate it in layers of resin to try and create a 3D effect. And this is another one where I genuinely don't know what it is. Could be a hummingbird. In fact, I think it is. I think it's a hummingbird this one's supposed to be. So they're the wings, that's the head. And again, I think it's a candle mold, so it's going to give us a matte finish until we shine it up. But I'm thinking chameleons all the way with this to see what it turns out like. That's a hummingbird, so I'm excited to try that one. Definitely. Because I love hummingbirds. Okay, this one was just pretty little sea life, fondant mold, different starfish and things like that. And there's another, and a mermaid in the middle as well, which was pretty cool. And I'm thinking of doing those in a bigger piece, like an A4 piece, covered in the ocean. And I think that will look stunning. And I've got another one of these that is actual marine fish as well. So that can incorporate with this one. So mermaid, shells, starfish, corals. That is that one. I promise you we're getting towards the end, but I don't want to show you the big one until the very end, because that is going to be a very, very big project. So, seashells, just because I live 2.5 hours away from the nearest beach, and I love putting shells in resin. What's that song? Seashells, seashells on the seashore. Yeah. A little baby frog mold. Now, I've not done, can you believe how many Froggy Fridays I've done and I haven't got a baby frog mold? So, I finally got a little baby frog mold. Baby frog, no, okay. Didn't get any laughs for that, so I won't be doing that again. But look at that, tiny little frog mold. So I'm looking forward to doing that and making some babies. Oh, I did get a laugh from Jules in the end. Okay, it was worth doing it then, just for that. And we are, I promise, coming towards the end. So there's 3 more pieces. That's it, I'm afraid. Then we're going to close it up. So here we go. I love making babies, yeah. I'm hoping that we mean baby frogs. This one is a giant koala candle mold. So, you know, we've got some fans down under in Australia. I love koalas. So I can't wait to try this one. G'day, koala. That was as good as it gets with my Australian. So there we go. But I can't wait to see this. And again, it's got that hole in it. So again, I think this would look so cool. Maybe a little eucalyptus cutting just growing out. You know, I think that would be amazing. So this is the koala. And I'm really looking forward to doing him. Right. Almost the last one. Almost the last one now. Just checking there's nothing else in the bag. I've done that before. Chucked a bag and realised there was still something in it. So. And wait till you see the last one. I think I've overestimated just how big it was. So rather than it being too small from TEMU, I've gone the opposite way where it's too big. And you'll see what I mean in a minute. Now this one is a beautiful gorilla mold. silverback. I think it's a silverback gorilla. And again, I just love the mold, and it's a decent size as well. So probably one for eco pour rather than filling it with resin, because I think that's going to be a good 12, 13 ounces of resin. But again, I might do it in resin because I think the shine would look amazing. And then maybe matte up his fur. So you'd have the shiny breast and chest plate with the resin, and then maybe just do the matte effect on his fur. I think the contrast would look really cool. So that is a silverback gorilla. King Kong, yeah. Right, so we are at the last one. And you know how everything on Temu is normally smaller? This one isn't. Now, it was down as a concrete mould for the garden, which I thought would come maybe that sort of size. But no, it's a giant slab. Now, do I like this big tray with this design in? Yes, I do. I love it. And I think it'd be a great clock mould. But that's pretty big, guys. That is huge. I would say that's a 1/2 metre by 1/2 metre mould. Now, that will cost, it's solid, don't get me wrong, it's like a solid plastic mould, which worries me a little bit if I was going to use resin. But just imagine what you could create with this. Now, it is ginormous. Put things into context. There's a can. But this could be something very special. Now, again, I'm looking at the feel of it. It feels like hard plastic. So you're going to need to use something like a mold release on it, 100%. Your micas aren't going to stick to it if you paint it because it's shiny. But there are enough edges in this to get some real detail in this, I think, if you just take your time and do it in layers and fill in the voids. I think you could get some amazing results with this. And you don't have to fill it. I probably wouldn't. I would probably fill it a couple of centimetres thick. And maybe do it as a clock. I think that would make a great clock. Or just art, you know. I mean, look at that for a piece, you know. It's a giant, and it's meant to be for concrete in the garden. So if you want to make, I don't know, 30 of these that look the same in the garden, that's what this is for. But I just thought it's something different. I don't think I've seen a concrete mould used in resin before. And I'm always looking for something different. So, don't know. That'll be a project for when I've got loads of resin, though. At the minute, I'm a little bit short, so it's not going to be yet. But I hope you've all liked that. It's been a decent demoulding experience. And it's very warm in the UK, so you can see I'm a little bit sweaty today. It's roasting. But I hope you've enjoyed it, you know. Yeah, it would work as a light rose for the ceiling, definitely. But yeah, I hope you've all enjoyed this little live. Thanks, Gina. Glad to see you here as well. It was an amazing haul. And the best thing is, with the promotions from Temu, all of that cost me 50 quid. Cost me £200, but I got the 150 cash back. So it's well worth it. So take advantage of those promotions when you see them, because they don't happen all the time. Every time I log into Temu, it's a different promotion. So look at what it is and do the math, you know? So this one, as I say, what they're relying on is people not doing it, because you'll get 180 points in this little promotion and you need to get another 20 points. So you'll put a 20 quid order in, realise that's only 2 points. So you need to spend £200 in order to get the full 20 points. But if you get £150 back, you're getting £200 worth of moulds and stock for £50, which I'm pretty happy about. So, I hope you're all having a great day. I hope you're all going back and watching all of those summer collaborations because they were amazing. Every one of the ones that I've seen was anyway. And I've got a couple of things actually whilst you're here. You 20 people that are in this live now are going to get a bit of alpha, I think they call it. So, don't tell everyone, okay? But just the people in this live are going to hear this here first. I've been working on something as well as my channel recently. In fact, I've been working on quite a few things. And you all know I do lives on a Tuesday. I hope. Every Tuesday, 8 PM UK time, I do a live on my channel where we meet new artists. Now, those lives, to me, are the same as what you would call a podcast. So I thought about how do I help the community get more exposure? How do I help the channels that have already been on my lives and the ones that are going to go on my lives get more exposure? And that's what I'm all about. It's all about helping everybody in this space grow. So I had a bit of a brainwave. Now, podcasts are getting more popular at the minute because apparently I saw some data the other day that for every person in the world, there is a YouTube blog channel or a creator channel or something like that. But podcasts have actually been going on a downward trend since... Oh, sorry, I'll stop walking around. But yeah, podcasts since COVID have been going on a bit of a downwards trend, but people that want to watch podcasts is in an upwards trend. So my plan is I'm going to be repurposing the lives onto a brand new channel, which is that better? I'm sat down now. Onto a brand new channel, which I've only set up today. I'm doing a lot of editing on it at the minute, so it's not going to go live until the 1st of July because I want there to be enough content on there to enable it to grow and hopefully get everybody that's been on the lives and everybody that's going to be on the lives more views from the podcast community as well as the resin community. And the channel, I'll let you know on this live, it's going to be called Resin Ungloved. Because that's what it's all about. Seeing the artists behind the gloves and finding out about them, which to me, it's a podcast. It's just I haven't branded them as a podcast. So the lives will still be happening live on my channel, 8 PM on Tuesdays. Steph's already subbed, apparently. You can do that if you want. Nothing else apart from the intro video that's on there now will go live until the 1st of July. But everybody that's already been on a live, I'm re-editing those lives into a podcast so that we can put them on that channel as well, get double the exposure for those channels that have been on and anybody that's going to come on. And I'm hoping it's a brainwave that's going to work and it's going to help all of the channels grow together. So if you want to, by all means, you can go to @ResinUngloved on YouTube and subscribe. That way you'll get notified on the 1st of July of any new content. But just to pre-warn people, there will be a lot of content going on there. So if you hit those notifications, expect to get a lot of pings because the whole idea behind it is to draw more traffic to those lives as well and to those resin channels. So just be aware, my plan is for every live I've done so far and every future live to not only put that live on there, but also to put 18 shorts on there to get more people drawn to that video on a consistent basis and also drive them to the main channel and also to subscribe to everybody else's channel. So it's a brainwave I had. Whether it works or not, we're going to find out together. But I just thought anything I can do to get more exposure for people, if it means that I'm re-editing a live for 3 hours to turn it into a podcast, that's what I'm going to do. So I hope you like that idea. And let's keep supporting each other. Let's keep growing together. You know, Laura as well, who's also been on a live, she hit 1,000 subscribers earlier. She was 3 short when she did a video, and I'm delighted that I was in her premiere and saw her reach that 1,000, because we all know that's a big milestone. So well done to Laura as well if you're watching this back. Appreciate you as always, and appreciate everyone in this community. So if you're watching this back and you want to be part of this community, it's dead easy. Like, subscribe, put something in comments. Send me an email if you want to come on a live, you know. Let's hear your story. That's what it's all about. But it's been a great Saturday evening. It's been a great Saturday, actually, watching all of the creation lives as well for the collaboration. And it's been great seeing you all as well. So I'll see you all soon, and appreciate you being here. Bye for now.